Okay. Before you end the program, you must go back to DOS. There's two ways you can do it. Either you type .exit, or what we have done last lecture, you can see in last lecture, we type these two lines. Okay? Either you use this two line or .exit. It's up to you. Is it clear? Okay, now we need to say if I want to run it, it will ask me to save it, huh? So IO. Don't put dot or anything, huh? Can you see input and output, then the number 6 after it, isn't it? Okay? Any question? Now, suppose I want number 6 down on the next line. I can do it either I put here, after this command here, I can put 1013. So I can do like that, comma, 1013. So what it does, after it displays this one, it will display this, isn't it? No, it won't, because of the dollar sign here. Okay, so if I want to do that, I need to get rid of the dollar sign here, okay, and put the dollar sign here. Then it will do it. Remember, DOS function number 9 will stop whenever it finds the dollar sign, huh? Now it will do it. You can see 6 on the next line, isn't it? Okay. That is one way. Another way I can do it, okay? I don't have to put this one here, huh? I get rid of this one. So what I can do is here. I can move DL10, okay? And interrupt 21H. Okay? This will actually move to the next line. It won't move it to the beginning. Let's see what it will do, huh? Just move DL10. And so basically we print the character, we print the character 10, which is basically line, excuse me, it's called line feed, which moves the cursor to the next line. Let's try it. Okay, so you can see the cursor move to the next line. What happens if I don't put 10, let's put 13, huh? Which is 13 is carriage return. Where's the 6? at the beginning, because 13, it doesn't move down. It just moves to the beginning. Okay? Is that clear? Because the 6 is printed on top of it. So 13 is basically carry return. It returns to the cursor to the beginning. It does not move it down. Is that clear? While 10, move it to the next line. Okay? Is it clear? Okay. So let's move it back to 10. You can actually put 10, 13, it will go next line at the beginning. But since the line is empty, 10 is enough. So basically this one, next line. Print on next line, huh? Any questions so far about this function number 6? So now you have two DOS function for output, 9 and 6. Huh? 9 will display a character string, but the string must have a $sign at the end. And you must use DX for the offset. You must use this directive offset, huh? Because offset means the address, not the value. If I put move DX mess without the offset, I will get an error message. Because DX is 16-bit, this is 8-bit. But offset is the address, like segment. So segment is the segment address, offset is the offset address. Now, let's look for input. I need to go back to my DOS function. So let's go back up to number 1. DOS function number 1. Keyboard input. Okay? So this one, it allows you to input a single character. Single character, huh? Unlike in high-level language, you can type input what is your name and you can type as much as you want, isn't it? This one, no. It will tell you, it doesn't tell you anything actually. If you want to display something, you have to use DOS function number 9 to display. So this one will just, the cursor flashing and waiting for you to type anything. Once you press anything, a single character, it will go back. One character, huh? And that character will be returned in AL. Okay? Is that clear? Okay. So I'm going now to use DOS function 1 and 6 together. So DOS function number 1 for the input, DOS function number 6, I display whatever I have typed. Okay? So let's go back to my back to this one. Okay, I'm going to change it. I'm going to call it IO2. So I use file, save as, and I use IO2, second version of IO. So I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to change the message. Okay. I'm going to change the message in mess, the input message DB. Okay. Type a single character. Okay. And out mess DB, the character you type is but I'm going, okay. Is that clear? So here it should be in mess because no more mess, and move the X offset in mess. This will display the function. It will display this one, type a single character. Then after that, I need to actually input the character, isn't it? So move AH1, DOS function 1. Interrupt 21H. Now, after this one, I need to store it. I'm going to store it in DL because I want to display that one, isn't it? So move DL AL. So store the character, the input character. So we store it in DL. I don't need any of this command. Now I move AH6 and I issue interrupt 21H straight away. Why? Because I already put the character in DL. But it's not going to display this guy for me, huh? This message, it will not be displayed. Is that clear? So let's run it and see how. You see, it says type a single character, right? And the cursor is flashing and waiting for you. Type anything. Let's press the letter F. Can you see the letter F actually displayed immediately after what you have typed? Yeah. You can see F dua kali, isn't it? Okay. 1 is basically from the DOS function number 1, because DOS function number 1, it's called input with echo. Echo, it means whatever you type, it will appear on the screen. And DOS function number 6 displayed back for you. So that's why you can see FF, isn't it? Okay. I am going to rename this one, modify it a bit. I use save as and IO3. So now what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to put in DL. Okay? I'm going to create a variable here. I call it input. Okay? You cannot type the word input as a reserved word. So just type, I can type character. Okay? DB question mark. And then here I put in character. I could put it in any register, huh? But just to show you how you can put inside the memory. So store the input character, we store it in the memory, huh? So this time in memory. And before I display, I'm going to display this message again, the character you have typed. Okay, so I need all this one here. I copy them. And this become outmas. Okay? But now, before I display it, I need to put in DL. So I need to move DL character. Okay? So now you will see your character printed after the second message. Previously, it printed immediately after your input, isn't it? So now we display the next message and we display it after the message. Any question? Let's run it. Okay, let me type F again. Can you see the word F? Then the character you have typed is F. Okay? The two messages appear on the same line, isn't it? Now, if I want the second message to be on the next line, I just put here 10, 13. Okay, then it will be on the next line. Okay, you can type Y. Can you see? The character you type is Y, isn't it? But this one, take anything, including the enter key. So if you press the enter key, nothing will be displayed, huh? Because the enter key is actually character 13. Character 13 have no shape. It's a control code. Any questions so far? Any question? No? Okay. Now, so far, you can use those function number 1 or 2, huh? No difference between them. The only difference between 1 and 2 is 1 will echo, will display whatever you have typed. Number 2, it doesn't echo, huh? So if I change this one to 2, DOS number 2, you will see that it won't it won't display it after the input. DOS function number 2 should, let's see DOS function number 2. Oh, sorry, DOS function number 2 is not for input, it's for display, huh? It's for display, sorry. Not number 2. Number 2 is for display. That's why it does not do anything. It's not. Okay. So what I want to show you is the next DOS function. Let's go down. This DOS function. Now, so far you learn you can input a single character, right? But what happens if I want to type my name or the name of a file? You want to write long string. How you do it? You can use DOS function number 10 or 0A. So you can see here on entry, you need AH to be 0A. Always AH the DOS function. And you need DX to be pointing to an input buffer. So you need to create a buffer in your data segment, and you make DX pointing to it. You learn in C++ using pointer, isn't it? So assembly language, whenever we want to have an address is a pointer. But the buffer have very strict way of creating it. And you look at the remark down there. So the first byte of the input buffer specifies the number of the character the buffer can hold. So the first byte is basically the maximum number of the character you reserve for the buffer. So if I type 40, it means maximum 40 character can be stored in the buffer, including its maximum size, because it's the first byte. So basically, if I put 40, it means the first byte is already gone, left only 59. And then you read what it says. This value cannot be 0, because basically 0 is nothing. Actually, cannot. If you put 1, is useless. Why? Because 1 is the maximum size. Reading the standard input device and filling the buffer continue until the enter is read. Okay, what does it mean? Let's see, I type I declare buffer with 40 characters. Okay? Then I can type maximum 38 characters. Why? The first byte is the maximum. And this one I tell you, it read until you press the enter key. So the enter key is the last one. So first one is the maximum size. The last byte is the enter. So 2 bytes gone. So what you can actually type is maximum minus 2. Okay? Let's say I define with 40. I start typing. It can start reading. Now, if it fills the buffer and you haven't pressed the enter key, no more space. So the keyboard either it beep or basically you can see like the cursor hang doesn't move anymore. Okay? Whatever you type, nothing displays. Okay. So let's use it. So okay, this is IO3, right? I'm going to save it as IO4. Okay, IO4. Okay. Now here I have character, isn't it? So the in message I'm going to change it. Okay. The in message I'm going to type, ask you to type your name. Okay. What is your name? Okay. I don't need the output message. So I need to create a place where I store your name. I'm going to call it num. If you put name, it will give you error message because name is a reserved word for the turbo assembler, not for the assembly language, huh? Turbo assembler. So how many characters you need your name to be? Let's say 40. But if I type 40 here, it did not reserve 40, huh? It just defined a single byte with 40 characters. Okay? So let's assume I want actually 40 characters for your name. So the total should be 42. Isn't it? But 40 I already declared separately. So I can actually put, you can put 40 or I can put 42. Okay. Duplicate. I can put anything after the duplicate. I can put question mark if you want. So what does it mean, this one? It actually reserves 42 space. Okay? But the maximum is 42. So I should put actually 40, 41, like that. Why I do it like this? As I mentioned, you need 40 characters for your name, isn't it? So I told him 40. But I reserve actually 41 after it. Okay? Why 41? Because the enter key. Okay? I already reserved the 41 bytes. So total I reserved 42 bytes. 40 for your name, 40 for the maximum, which is the first byte, which you can see there 40. And the last one is for the enter key. So always you need 2 extra. So if I want to store 40 characters, I need to reserve 42 bytes. One for the maximum and one for the enter. Okay, so now move AX segment in message, no problem. This is will display the word. What is your name? I don't need DOS function number 9. What you need after that is DOS function number 10. Remember, either you type 10 or 08. It's up to you. You can type 10 like this, or you can type 08 hatch. Okay? You can write the DOS function either in decimal or in hexa. So this DOS function number 10. Now, I don't need all the rest. Now, this will actually only read it. It's not going to display. You want display. But DOS function number 10 will echo. So you can see what you have typed. But doesn't display it, huh? Okay, let's run it. Okay, you can type anything you like until 40 characters, huh? So I'm going to type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 20, isn't it? That's 30. Okay, now 40. If I try to type again, still taking. I type more than, should only 40. Okay. Mistake. Okay, mistake. Now, I used DOS function number 10, isn't it? But I did not actually point to num. So whatever in dx will take. And the dx was still the offset of this one. Okay? So here you must say move dx offset num. If you don't, basically dx still having the offset of this one. That's why it takes more than 40, huh? Okay, now it should take up to exactly 40 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Now, if you try to type again, you can see the cursor doesn't move. You press the enter key, doesn't move. Because you type exactly 40. So you must delete one of them, press backspace to delete the last one, and then you press the enter key. Okay? But it doesn't display it back. Any question? then the maximum is actually sorry? Maximum is 39. Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Oh, sorry, I forgot something. To tell you. Why is 39? Okay. This one is. Let's say suppose the rest of the online cannot see. So I type 40, isn't it? So here is 40. Okay, then I type 41 after that, isn't it? Means from here to here is actually 41 bytes. Okay? The last one, as I mentioned, is the enter key. But the first byte here, because sometimes I may not type all of it. So the first byte here is called the length, which this one is filled by DOS. So let's say I don't type 40 characters, I type 20. So you will get 20 here. And here will be your whatever you have typed. So how much space you have for what you have typed? You have 41 here. Minus 2, 39. And if you try to type, you cannot type 40, as you find out. You type 40, it will hang. You try to type 0, 1, 2, 3, okay, the line 4 times. You will find that it will hang. You cannot press the enter key. There's no more space. Right? But you remove the last digit, you can press the enter key, isn't it? Because of this. You try it. You cannot type 40 characters. You can type maximum 39, isn't it? Any question? Anyone have a question? Oh, the question mark, it means undefined. Means I did not put any specific value. Which means when I reserve the space, I did not fill it with anything. It could be anything. So if you want, let's say 0, I can put 0 there. It will be full with 0. Okay? If you put 0 like this, so this one means undefined. The question mark means undefined, huh? If I put 0, it will be nothing. Not 0, it will be nothing. If you want the character 0, you put 0 between quotation. Let me show you. I am going to type here 0, like that. Okay? Now, when you run the program, you'll see absolutely no difference. Let me run it again. You will see no difference, huh? For you. Once you press the enter key, it will go back. You will see no difference, right? But there is difference. I will show you the difference. You won't see it here. So I'm going to share with you my screen, which is not I'm going to show you my screen, entire screen. Huh? Why I want to show you the entire screen? Because I'm going to use Turbo Debugger. So I will go to debugger here, debug the executable. Huh? Can you see my screen? Okay. So I need to run the first two lines, huh? Okay, I can actually view and use CPU. And you will see what I have. So this is basically CS, the code segment, and the next to it is the instruction pointer. And there's your code. So actually the first one we have move AX segment, whatever. This is what actually the code for it, which executed by the computer, is B87E08. So this is B87E08 is the machine code, is what the microprocessor will execute. So this is the microprocessor execute this one. Okay? This is the assembly language. If you remember, we typed .exit, isn't it? If you look here, .exit have been changed to these two lines, isn't it? Okay? And here I have my register, my flag, and my stack segment, and you can see this is DS, the data segment. Data segment is not set yet. That's why you will not see my data. Now, you can see down there, F8 step, isn't it? You need to run it twice. Why? To run these two lines. So I press F8. Okay. Now, notice AX have changed. AX becomes 087E. This address will be moved to DX. Notice now DS is 086C. Huh? So if I press F8 again, it's changed. Now I don't see my data segment here, rather than you are seeing the extra segment, isn't it? ES. So if I want to see my data segment, I go to view and my dump. Can you see now what is your name? Okay. After that, can you see that 0, 0, 0, 0, all this 0? Okay. The first one is here, 28. 28, convert 40 decimal to hexa. Go ahead, convert 40 decimal to hexa. Use your calculator. You will see it is 28. Because 2 hexa is 32. Plus 8 become 40. Right? Okay? You will find, if you scroll down, you will find 40 of zeros. Okay? Now, let's go up until we find what is your name, huh? Now, let's run the code until it asks us to type our name, huh? So I press F8. I am going to close this guy. So I press F8 again. F8, F8. Now it displays what's your name. Then F8 again. And then, now it asks me what is your name, isn't it? I'm going to write my name. Okay? And then press the enter key. Now let me go back to my view and dump. Can you see it says what is your name? And then you should see my name there. Can you see my name? Huh? Okay. Now, how many characters in my name? Including, okay, how many characters in my name? Including space. So I type my name. You count them. Jamal, that's how many? 5. And then you have the space, that becomes 6. And then you have DAR, that is 9. GHAM, 9 plus 4, 13, isn't it? Okay, look after up there. Let me go back up. You can see after 28, there is 0D. 0D is exactly the number of characters we have typed, which is 13. And then after that, you start seeing the ASCII code of my name, 6A, 61, 6D. Okay? Then 61, 6C, then 20. 20 is the ASCII code for the space. Okay? And then 64, 61, 72. Okay? Then after that, 61, 6D, then notice 0D. This 0D is the enter key. Then followed by 0. Okay? So you can see actually what's inside the memory. You cannot see that in high-level language like C++. But here I can see the actual memory, what contains inside the memory. Okay. So the number now is 000, isn't it? Now I will go back. Let me exit from here. I just changed this one to question mark. Okay? You must run it first to create the executable file because Turbo Debugger uses the executable file. not the source code, huh? So you must run it. Okay, I can press the enter key only, nothing. So my name will be 0. Now let's go to Turbo Debugger and view, again CPU. Okay, I'm going to press F8 twice. Okay, this will actually set the data segment, isn't it? So now let me go to view and dump. And notice here, although it put 000, it could put anything. Okay? It could put anything. Okay? Although it's 000, but it could be anything. So it's undefined. I can, let me put something that different, which you can see it. I will define it. So let's go file, quit. And here I'm going to put the actual 0. Okay? Remember previously, 0 is the number 0, not the character 0. That's why on the right-hand side on the display, you will see nothing, empty. But now you will see 0000. And the ASCII code for 0 is not 0. The ASCII code for 0 is 30. So you will see now inside the memory is 303030. No, the dollar sign not the 0. Okay. The dollar sign, I have to check what's the ASCII code for it. So now let's go to Turbo Debugger and F8 twice. Okay. And view and dump. Can you see? Can see here the 0, isn't it? And can you see here 303030H? Okay. So the character 0 and the number 0 are different. 0 is null. That's why there was absolutely nothing on the right-hand side. This is the character 0 or the number 0. Okay? But if I type my name, it will be filled with my name again. Okay? I can still type my name and just press F8. You can see, ask me what's my name, isn't it? I will do it again. And notice now, you can see my name. Okay? Still, my name is, still exactly 0D here. But after that, still 303030. Okay? Any question? The duplicate is a directive. So rather than I type, I could define my name, okay, 40, and then type 00000 41 times. Or I type 41 duplicate 0. Okay, so duplicate is means duplicate. Duplicate this 0 41 times. Any question for those who are online? You want to have a short break? Or we finish early? Which way you prefer? Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take kahadiran. So we take a break to take the kahadiran, huh? Huh? Don't put anything. As long as a single character. I can put 1, I can put 2, I can put A, as long as single character, because we use DB. Huh? You can try any character, as long as single character. Huh? But remember, if you want the number 1, I mean, to display the number 1, you have to put between quotation. If you don't put in quotation, is what you call it's not the character 1, is the ASCII code of 1. And remember, ASCII code 1 to from 0 to 32 are not printable. If you put, for example, 10, is like actually typing the line feed. Okay, kehadiran. Hari itu. Tapi itulah misalnya kan tadi yang penting itu kan mantap
Tapi maksudnya disatukan, cuma mau pikir apa? Masa pikir, maksudnya kan tadi kecil, terus semua tahu lah. Itu terus kata-kata, we take the bus, go to Jakarta, and then we take the car.
Okay, any question so far? No? So now we learn how, I mean, for DOS number 1 as a input, I can use DOS function number 6 to display whatever I have input. But if I use DOS function number 10 for input, I cannot use DOS how to display the output. I can use both DOS number 6 to display the output, or I can use DOS function number 9. But both of them require some work. I cannot display it directly. And I will show you how we do it with both functions now. But the command we use will be covered later on. Okay? We have actually 3 or 4 lectures to cover the command which I'm going to use now. But I will use them just to show you how you do it. We will come later on and explain in the coming lecture, okay? So the seems I can get microphone here now. Let's see. Can you hear me now? The rest outside, are you sleeping? Probably. Someone reply. Okay. Okay. So let's assume that I want to display my name, isn't it? I can use those function number 9. So let's use those function number 9 here. So display the name, okay? Display the data in num. So I can use move AH9 for those function number 9. And I need to move DX offset num Okay, and interrupt 21H. Okay, run it and tell me what happened. Let's run it and see what happened. It says, what's your name? Let me type my name. It does give you error? No, it doesn't give any error. It's just rubbish information, isn't it? Why? Anyone can tell me why? The dollar sign. So it displays actually my name, but my name doesn't have dollar sign. So it keeps displaying until it finds dollar sign. So one way I can fix this one is I put dollar sign here. It doesn't solve the problem completely, huh? But you'll see. Okay, let's put dollar sign there and see what happens. It asks you what's your name, type your name. It displays the name on top of the input, isn't it? That's easy to fix. That's easy to fix. One way I can fix it, I can put the dollar sign after my name. After what is your name? Like what we have done before. Okay? Or I can put it here so it will go to the next line before it display my name. Okay? I can put here 10, 13. Is it? No, it doesn't work because this is the maximum. It doesn't work like that. Huh? It doesn't work here. But it works here. So I can put here, I remove, put like this, and then I put 10, 13, and the dollar sign like this. So now it should work, but still got some problem. Okay? It display my name, isn't it? The input is on the next line, huh? But display exactly on top of it. Huh? I can remove this guy here. Let's go back to the original one. I can actually print a line. So I'm going to put new line, NL, new line, or we can put new line, no problem. DB 10, 13, and the dollar sign. Okay? Then before I display my name, I display a new line. Display new line. Actually, just go to the next line. I just copy this, put it here, and just change this guy to a new line. And now it should go to the next line before the display. So ask me, what's your name? I type my name. And then you can see my name on the next line, isn't it? Right? But if you notice, actually, the cursor go down one line. Because when you type your name, you put 0D at the end. So what we have done here, because I fill in all with $sign. So I guarantee, okay? But this will break. This will not work if I type exactly 39 characters. Let's see if I type 39 characters, huh? And you will see. Let's type my name, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Do you notice what happened? It go back as before. Yeah. Because I fill in the whole thing, no more $sign. Okay? No more $sign, right? Okay. So it worked, but not really that good. So the proper way to do it, is like this. I am going to remove the $sign from there. I put anything like the proper thing is what we do. Suppose you take 20 characters. So at the 20th character, there will be the enter key. There will be your name, and the enter key will be exactly at this position. So at this position, I put the $sign. So I need to put $sign here. Okay? Now, to do that, we need to understand pointer. And although we are using pointer now, but not much. We have one whole chapter called addressing mode. Okay? And I will show you how you can use different type of pointer to go to any place within your memory. But now I'm going to do it for you without explanation. Okay? To show you how it works. So initially we have down there, we don't have $sign, right? I can put anything. I put, as I mentioned, 0. So before I display here, you can do it here or here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to replace enter key with $sign in the name. Okay? So first of all, I need to know where is the $sign. And I know where is it from. I just read this number. So how we read it, you learn about array in C++, isn't it? So this is actually a single dimensional array. And this is start with 0. In high level language, you don't start with 0, it starts with 1. Assembly, no. Every other start with 0. Then 0, then 1, and so on. So this is actually displacement of 1 from the variable. So what I can do here, I need to put it, remember we have index and the pointer register. You must use this index and the pointer register. So I'm going to use SI or DI or DX. Okay? These three you can use. You cannot use DP. DP is pointing to the stack segment. So I'm going to say move, let's say DX. Okay? And the index pointer register always 16-bit. So I cannot use BX because BX is 16-bit. This is a single byte. So I must put it in one of the registers, in the BL register. Okay? And I use num 1. So this is pointer there. So this is the length of the num. And I need BH to be 0. Okay? So now BX should contain the length. Isn't it? Okay, so what I need now is to put at that location $sign, isn't it? So I said move num, okay, the bracket BX, and I put $sign. Okay, this is one way. It's not the only way, huh? In assembly language, there's more than one way to point to the same place. Okay, let's see if it will work or not. It did not work, isn't it? Why? Huh? No. Our counting is wrong. It worked partially, isn't it? You can see what's missing is AM, isn't it? See? Let's say 20, huh? So actually, this 120 is not from here. Okay? It means 20 character. I type. Okay? So it means 20 is from here to here is 20 character. So my name is 20 character. So what is missing? It's 2. Isn't it? Right? So what you need to do is you put here +2. You add 2 to it. Because our counting is wrong. You see, display, you missing, if you type your name, 2 characters, the last 2 characters of your name are missing, isn't it? This is 2, the 40 and the 50. Okay? So, our counting is wrong. We did not count correctly. Yes, your name is 20 character, but you have to move 20 character is from here to here. You try now, does it work? Does it work now? Okay. So this is how we can actually use DOS function number 9 to display whatever you type. But you must put $sign at the end of your data entry. Okay? Is that clear? So what we need to do, we need to put $sign at the end of our data entry. So basically we replace the enter key with the $sign. Because the enter key is exactly the last character you type. So we replace the enter key with the $sign. Okay? This is one way. There's another way. We can use DOS function number 6, as I said. Okay? So let me save this one as number 5. DOS IO 5. IO 5. Okay. So if I want to use DOS number 6, I need to change all this one from here. Huh? I'm going to remove all this one. Okay. So DOS number 6, it displays single character. Right? So if I want to display my whole name, I need to use a loop. Remember in C++ use for I equal 1, okay, to the last one plus or plus, isn't it? It's called for next loop. We have one whole lecture again dealing with that, which is we call it program control, where I will teach you how to use if statement, okay, and how to use loop. But I will show you, I will use the loop now here. I'm going to use for next loop. So I need to start here. Not here, I need to start here. My first character is here. Isn't it? So it's 0, 1, this will become number 2. Okay, so I need my pointer to be pointing there. Okay? So and I'm going to use pointer pointing there. Okay? You again, you must use what we call either index or pointer register, which is BX, SI, or DR. Whenever you are doing pointing, you are using pointer to point to the memory, you must use only one of these 3. BP you can, is by default to the stack segment. You can use it in the data segment, but it is cumbersome. So I'm going to use the SI there. Okay? So move SI 2. Why 2? Because it must start at 2, isn't it? Okay? So this is first character in num. And I'm going to remember CX register is used for loop, isn't it? So we will use CX. So move CL num1 as what we have done before. So this is number of character. Okay, to be printed. And we need to move CH0 because we use CX for counter. And now I need to use value, what label. I am going to call it next. Okay, we need a label. Okay. Now remember those function. We are using those function number 6, isn't it? So we better put it here outside those function 6. And those functions 6 require the DL to contain the character, isn't it? So our first character is in num SI, which is basically num2. So why I use SI and not 2? If I use 2 in a loop, it will always use the same character. Okay? If I use SI, so, and then this will print the first character, isn't it? So interrupt 21H to print the first character. Now I need, remember in C++ you put for I whatever, you put at the end plus plus, isn't it? Plus plus is auto increment, isn't it? So here I need to increment the SI. So I told him increment SI. And the command which go back is called loop. Loop and next. So this is a for next loop. From here to here actually is a for next loop. Okay? So let's see if it will work or not. Okay, let's type my name. Okay, it type it on top of my previous name, isn't it? Because I did not put the new line, isn't it? So it's very easy to fix it. I can print new line here, okay? Print a new line. And I use the DOS function number 9. And this one should be new line. Okay. Okay. So two ways of displaying something, your input, isn't it? Either DOS function number 9 or DOS function number 6. DOS function number 9, it requires you replace the enter key with the $sign. DOS function number 6, you need to make a loop. Any question? Any question there? No? Okay. So we stop here. I will see you on Thursday, isn't it? Thursday, 8 or 10, right? Okay. Any question before we go? Okay, no question there. Bye-bye.
Jadi kung
Thank you,
modify
sir.
sa serial,